Okay, you guys, welcome back. I love to do the review from the Poppy War, so I decided to do this one as well directly because it's a book that these two books are in my mind, and I want to do this before I start on my next book, and it's about these two. It's The Cruel Prince from Holly Black and The Wicked King from Holly Black. And I'm so looking forward to meet Holly in Edinburgh the 25th of February. So, yay! And probably if you know what I'm talking about at Waterstones, you also know that I'm gonna meet Cassandra Clare. So, yay! Okay, about the books. The Cruel Prince. It says on the back, sharpen your blade, harden your heart. It's a hint. Of course I want to be like them. They are beautiful as blades forged in some divine fire. They will live forever. And Carden is even more beautiful than the rest. I hate him more than all the others. I hate him so much that sometimes when I look at him, I can hardly breathe. Well, is it hate, Jude? It's the only thing I can say about it. Because when you read the book and then you read this, you will gonna be thinking like, But, okay, I'm gonna say that this fit is gonna include some spoilers because otherwise I can't talk about these books because they have so many things going on. It's too good. But it's about three sisters. You have Phoebe, the girl that is half fairy and half human. Mom was married to a fairy and, well, she met another guy, of course a human, that was also tricked to be in fairy. And, well, they did the loop together. And Daddy Dearest, or, well, her husband, Mr. Fairy, didn't like that much. So he came after he went back from the war in Fairyland. He came back and heard that she was still alive and their kid was still alive as well. So he came to claim them and found out that she was remarried and had two other kids with another guy. So it ends in bloodshed. A lot of bloodshed. But, okay, they go then and, well, he takes the three children, three girls, back to Fairy. He is a foster dad for Taryn and Jude, that are the twins. And the book is originally, I think, most of about Jude. Jude is the leading lady in these books. Well, she has something going on over there. She likes to be, I think, a bit harsh and, well, different, because she doesn't really, well, does or does not. Well, I think she fits in very, very well because she adapted everything that you could think of. But the main problem is in Fairy they live forever as well. And because Taryn and Jude are human, they can't stand everything very well as that Vivi can, because Vivi is half fairy. So they have to do everything in their power to do things like wear rowan berries, use salt, do their socks inside out, and all these kind of things to be safe from some fairy tricks. But Jude is also on school, a pain in the ass. She always makes a fight with some of the gentry fairies. And Carden is one of those boys that gets stuck under your skin. He makes it hard for her, because if you read the book very good, in the end it's all explained why he does the things he does, but it doesn't make him nice on that moment. And I totally understand Jude, her feelings about it, and, well, Jude is a fighter, and she always will be. Um, the tension between her and Cardan is also something I enjoyed reading about, and I hate Locke for what he did to the girls because he plays Taryn and Jude, and Taryn doesn't see it like that. She sees it as a test in fairy, just like everything else in fairy, that you have to be hard and you have to be happy for that what you want, but it's gonna be with consequences and like everything else in fairy. But I know Jude why she's pissed at her sister, but well, the games of love and all the trickery of fairy are very, well, wicked. So, okay, well, there is gonna be some gruesome part of killing spree with some of the brothers and sisters from Cardan, because of course it's gonna be about a king, and the king has some, well, relatives that has to be crowned and everything wicked that comes around it, and it happens a lot, and well, you have to read it. But in the end, it's gonna be Jude that schemes her way through things, and Cardan will be sitting on something that he didn't want it to. So then it's gonna be ended in a way that you think, oh, I need the next book. And so there is The Wicked King. Unfortunately, you will not read how it's gonna be in the next few weeks. It's not gonna be in the next few months. It's 6 months later that you get in this book after The Cruel Prince. So I was a bit disappointed because there were so many things going on in the first book that you wanted to get the answers right away in the second, and it didn't. So okay. But then you got 6 months later, and they are at a point that Jude has to realize that there are things gonna be happening she didn't want it to. She always got the advice from Vivi's dad that she had to think about the consequences of things you do, because you can scheme around what you want, but there are always consequences, and to stay on top of things you have to be having a better and a greater mind than just the scheming part, because it's always more. Do I make sense? I don't think so, but if I do, you're welcome, because then you understand what I'm talking about in these books. The general is still there. That's Vivi's dad. Locke is gonna be still there. Cardan is gonna be still there. The fight between Jude and Taryn is gonna be still there, but in a way you don't want to know more, and there are still some scheming parts apart. Jude has to stay underwater with the queen for a couple of weeks. She doesn't like it a lot, and there are gonna be things happening that you don't want to know more about, but it's gonna be there. And when she comes back, Cardan is different. He tells her things, and if you read it very carefully, you, I think, should understand why he does the things he do in the end of the book. Does it make sense? I don't know. Then you have the part that they are scheming together with things that has to be done, and well, Jude is going to be tricked by one of her friends, so it's not a very happy place to be. When everything goes the way it does, it's harsh for Jude, because Cardan and she has the tension and also more wicked things going on than they would like. They both are harsh in the inside about the other, and I think, if I may say so, they do love each other, but they will not recognize or say anything like it because they know it has consequences. But am I right or am I wrong? Because in this book, we will not find out. We will see some smutty, hot scenes between Jude and Carden, but if it's gonna be something you are gonna be really, yeah, I don't know. If you, it's gonna be different because it's wicked, like the title says, the Wicked King, and they both are, and they will make it till the end to be in a way that it's gonna be harsh, because both of them are in love with each other. I can't say anything different about it because they are just like two people, just stubborn and wicked and scheming around about things, because there are so many factors they have to think about, because if they will do the things they wanted to, I think, in their hearts, I think they both are gonna be in debt in the end, because there are too many factors that are gonna be angry about it or gonna be like in a killing spree because they love each other. So, well, that's just me thinking about this book. But if you go back to the book itself, it has some scheming around. The general is not fair. Taryn tricks Carden and Jude in things you don't want to know. And of course, Locke is Locke because he's a pain in the ass. So he will trick some more like he is because he's a fox. So foxes are smart and they always will be trickery about things. Yeah, well, in the end, Carden will promise Jude something. They exchange something. And in the end, it's gonna be Jude that's gonna be sent away by Carden. And she can't come back until he says otherwise. If you read the last chapters after she has been captured and she's gonna come back, and you read between the lines, you read everything carefully that Holly's writing about those two, you will understand why he's gonna send her in the way he does. Because both of them are wicked enough to understand the other more than they should. And I don't know if Jill realizes it on the moment it happens, that he has to do what he has to do to keep her safe, because that's the only thing that matters to him. Jude has to be safe in the end to keep his heart, but also the boy that is gonna be king eventually after they set the safety zone. That's my opinion about this book. So I'm really looking forward to part number 3. I'm really looking forward to see Holly and maybe discuss this point of view, because I think Carden had to send her away to keep himself safe, because in all those weeks that Jude was away and Jude didn't give him the things that he loved the most, he is wicked, but it's all an act if you read between the lines. I don't know, maybe my brain is too good for these things, or my brain is different, like, I don't know. But I like the books a lot, I recommend them a lot, and, well, it's for everybody different, because some say it's harsh to read it because it's a bit more, well, I don't know, some of them didn't like it, but I do. I like my books like these. It's a quick read, it's not that thick, so yeah, what can I say? is my book recommendation, and I really want to know about Jude and Cardan, what is gonna be happening next. I was a bit heartbroken about the fact that he sent her away, but well, I think I know why. But maybe I'm wrong, and maybe Holly is gonna surprise me with some of the previous characters that, well, Cardan fooled around with. But I think if I did a little bit about the calculating and the wickedness of both of them, that it's gonna be, like I said, to keep Jude safe, and that Cardan doesn't have to worry about things while he's setting up the kingdom. But that's just me. So I'm gonna throw that key away. I'm gonna wait on book 3, and I'm really gonna recommend you these. So please read about it. Maybe tell me about it, what you liked and what you didn't like. Yes, it's gonna be a little bit more spoilers than I was thinking about in this vid, but well, you know, if you want to talk about books, you have to do it good, and this one was really one of my favorites, so I had to talk about it like in the way I did. And well, thank you for watching. Bye.